I grew up in a modest home in the sticks of northern Florida, in a place that felt a million miles from anywhere. It was here where I first told myself that I want to be rich. I can remember the moment it happened. I was a little boy sitting in my living room when the TV show Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous first introduced me to a world I didn't even know existed. I remember the line from the intro about wealth, prestige, and success. I was hooked. I wanted that life. I made a promise to myself no matter what, I will one day live in a fantasy palace, have millions of dollars, travel to exotic places, and one day be on this amazing show displaying my lifestyle of being rich and famous. Fast forward more than 30 years, and I have not come close to fulfilling the promise I made to myself. I still live in a modest home, but now I rent it. I'm still in northern Florida, in another small city that feels a million miles from anywhere. So, what happened? Why didn't I achieve the being rich status I promised myself? Perhaps you can relate. Maybe you too had dreams of grandeur, being more than debt free, and actually getting to live a lifestyle of being rich, famous, and knowing luxury. Yet, like me, you still aren't close to being rich. In fact, you struggle just paying the bills each month. So, what gives? How did you get to a point where you say, I will be a millionaire? I am going to be rich, to struggling paying the bills each month? Well, sit back, relax, and let's explore some of the reasons why getting rich is really hard. First, you have to define what it actually means to be rich. In this case, you were obviously talking about money and not the whole rich with friends and family thing. Again, to set your terms as to why you will never be rich, you are only talking about being rich financially, or in short, having a lot of money. Try walking down the street and asking random strangers what they believe they need financially to feel rich. Is it $1 million, 5 million, 10 million? Those numbers are reasonable to feel rich, right? Well, according to a survey by Ameriprise Financial, only 13% of Americans with at least $1 million in investable assets feel wealthy. But now you're probably asking, John, how does that work? What do you mean once I get rich, there will be a good chance I won't feel rich? That much money would be game changing for me and my family. This sounds like a bunch of nonsense. Well, hear me out before you run off and decide not to like this video or subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. I promise this will make sense. The three main reasons you most likely won't feel rich after reaching your goal of what rich looks like are mindset, spending habits, and general uncertainty. For mindset, look at it this way. How do you feel about money now? And what do you believe you have to do to reach that goal that you set for yourself? Those who grew up in the lower and middle class ranks have had the belief hammered home that you have to save, 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 save everything. Do not ever risk your money for the ability of earning. Money must be seen as scarce and thus feared of being lost. This mindset keeps you from seeing opportunity and freedom. So while you have reached your goal, you can't feel rich because you are always afraid of losing what you've gained. On the flip side is being irresponsible. You may be saving now, but perhaps that's because you know you aren't in a position to spend right now. What happens once your money pile grows and graduates to higher levels? Sometimes your spending habits graduate as well. You may have seen your own version of lifestyles of the rich and famous. Now that you have some money, you too can afford that extravagant lifestyle. Who needs to worry about earning and savings when life is happening right now? You can get those expensive shoes, take that trip, maybe even buy 2 slices of avocado toast. In this scenario, while you may be making more money, you are spending it at an equal pace of earning. How can you feel rich if what you bring in is just going right back out? The last of the 3 reasons you don't feel rich is uncertainty. This one ties into the first reason in that it anchors heavily with fear. Imagine what it must feel like to be a self-made millionaire if you came from nothing. You want to be able to stop working and retire at some point and protect your wealth at the same time. If you are relying on all of that earned income for your retirement, then it may not feel nearly as big as it looks. What if major medical expenses occur? Unforeseen financial events? What if? What if? What if? How can you ever feel rich when you are so uncertain of your future when you finally reach your financial goals? How can a person feel rich if you continually feel you have to chase your financial goals even after you achieved your set expectation for what you define as rich? You might be saying, feelings are all well and good, John, but what do feelings have to do with me not actually having millions in cash? Well, fair enough. Let's cover some reasons you might not have the millions you say you want. Be honest with yourself when I ask you the following question. What strategy have you put in place to get rich? Beyond reading books, blogs, and watching amazing content like you're watching right now, where are you spending your time and money? Do you have a budget and saving strategy? Have you researched the best investments to help you reach your financial goals? Are you spending your money on entertainment and debt rather than on assets that will actually grow your money? With the money and time that you have, are you investing in yourself and your future? Are you learning a usable, valued skill? Are you buying property that you can rent out and make income? Again, if you have what you call no money, I have to ask, what strategies have you implemented to reach the financial goals you set to reach your perception of being rich? I will be completely honest and transparent. I am by no means rich. Heck, I would venture to say I'm a few months away from being in a financial danger zone if calamity happened. However, to combat that and get me to my goals, I am aggressively saving. This is my first step before I buy into more investments. I have some invested in the stock market, but nothing crazy. Still, the plan is to aggressively attack my savings and financial goals. I am also in a career that will allow me to grow financially and quickly depending on my success. Can you say the same about your career? Is where you currently work helping you to reach your financial goals? If not, what will be your plan to work around that? I'm not advocating or saying quit your job and start selling steak knives. That would be a terrible move. I am saying develop a sound strategy that you can stick to that fits your current financial needs and moves you in the direction of your financial goals. Pay attention to the American dream, and you'll see that you were told that you can be anything. Just listen to the story of that athlete that actor or actress, or insert any wild success story. If you just work hard, tighten your belt, and lift yourself up by the bootstraps, yes, you too can be rich. The biggest flaw in this statement is the complete ignorance of environment and lack of opportunity. If you grow up in an area that doesn't foster or teach people how to succeed and grow financially, then how will you know? You won't know. What you don't know exists. There is a situation where you can have a limited social network that opens opportunity for you. Maybe you grew up in an impoverished area that didn't have the best schools. Given these circumstances, you probably hear people complain that you are lazy and excuse making. My response to that is this: if you plant a seed in a dark room and give it no water or air, that plant isn't going to grow. It definitely is not going to bear fruit. Yet somehow, you are expected to be that seed without any help and are expected to grow into this financial fruit tree. Understand that most of us who try to become our own definition of rich will never get there. I don't say that to discourage you, but to be honest with you. You still have to give yourself a chance. Save where you can, educate yourself on skills and finances, intelligently invest, and give yourself an opportunity to reach your goal. While you may not become the world's youngest billionaire or millionaire, you can at least get yourself in a stable financial situation. Who knows? The lessons you learn may help cultivate the next youngest self-made millionaire or billionaire. And there you have it. My take on the reasons why it is so hard to get rich. Like I said, ever since I was a kid, it's been a dream of mine, which is why I'm putting things in place like the aggressive saving, a plan for investment in the future, just to be able to reach my goal, with the realization that once I do achieve the goal, I may not feel like I've actually achieved the goal. But I am going to put things in place to make sure at least I get to that goal. Hopefully you watch this and are motivated to do the same, that you are implementing your own strategies to reach your goals. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm going to link a few other videos down here that are a favorite of mine. Hopefully you enjoy those as well. For my next video, maybe videos, I'm planning to do videos on businesses, business scams, things of that ilk. So if you like those, please, again, subscribe and look for those videos. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. And until the next time, goodbye.